The death of a woman who waited more than 30 hours for care in a Winnipeg hospital is being investigated as a critical incident. A second Manitoba hospital has been declared unsafe for nurses. The Thompson General Hospital was grey-listed in a vote by the Manitoba Nurses Union just last week. Joining us now for a monthly chat is Premier Wab Kinew. Good morning, Mr. Premier.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for joining us. Now, what message do you have for Manitobans who might think that our healthcare system is in a crisis right now?
Well, there's a lot of work to do for sure. When you hear stories about the one, like the one that you mentioned off the top, for sure, my heart goes out to that family. And in addition to the critical incident, we're going to do another layer of investigation there, because critical incident, it's really about learning what went wrong so that we can make improvements with the staff and the people in the hospital for the future. But this family wants answers. And so I think we got to do that additional layer of investigating what went wrong to find the answers for them. So we'll continue to do that. The Minister of Health has spoken to them. We'll continue to work with the family there. To everyone on the front lines, you're doing heroic work. We really, really appreciate it. And we continue to add staff. We got 3,500 more people working in the healthcare system. And we've reopened emergency rooms like the one in Carberry. The Vic is going into construction early in 2026. So we're moving ahead with repairs. And for the average person out there who's wondering about what they see in the media or wondering about the stories that they see on socials, what I would say is, you know, what is your experience with healthcare? I'd love to hear it. I'm thinking you have a new plastic health card in your wallet. You have the ability to book an appointment with a doctor online through medinav.ca. And we're making some important changes to HealthLinks too. So HealthLinks, for many years, you've been able to call and speak to a nurse, great nurses who do amazing work. We've also been piloting now the ability to talk to a doctor when you call HealthLinks 24 hours a day. So we're about a couple weeks into this soft launch of this new approach. But again, we know people have big needs and expectations when it comes to healthcare. And so we're opening up more ability for you to be able to talk to physicians, to get the health care that you need, to speak to nurses. So yeah, the hospitals, putting a lot of emphasis there. We've added tons of clinics around the province. We've added the online bookings to get into physicians and nurse practitioner appointments. And then now we're proceeding with HealthLinks, getting an expanded offering too. So more healthcare for people, and certainly a lot more that needs to be done. Okay,
let's switch gears a little bit. Just this week you were asking for Prime Minister Mark Carney to sort of stiffen the penalties for repeat offenders or serial killers. Tell us why this is something that needs to be done in this country.
Well, unfortunately in Manitoba, we've seen a few serial killers in this province, which is just terrible. It's one of the worst things that you can imagine. And we had one who was released recently. It was a statutory release, so it's, you know, just something that happened as a result of decisions in the justice system that were made years and years and years ago. But at the end of the day, how does that help our society? How does it make things better to have somebody who's killed multiple people be released? I don't think the average person, you know, who has common sense and is smart and thinking about things sees a real benefit to that. So I've been raising this with the Prime Minister, the general issue of the justice system. Then this specific issue, wrote to him, raised it during our conversations as well too, just to say we need to have better structures in our justice system that give you, the average person out there, confidence that the community is going to be safer.
We know that it's dry right now. We haven't had much snow, not much precipitation this fall. There are 66 active wildfires burning in our province right now. And we know that there's likely going to be more next year, and which is really unfortunate. But what are we doing to prepare for that coming up in the spring?
Well, we're hiring, first of all. You can go on to the Manitoba Government Jobs website right now and apply to be a firefighter for the next wildfire season. Looking to hire people who would be crew leaders. We're also looking for those initial attack firefighters. These job postings are online right now because unfortunately we know that we do have to prepare for a wildfire season again next year. We don't hope or want it to be anything like what this season was. This was a record-setting season, but we do have a responsibility to prepare. We saw eastern Manitoba get hit first. We saw big impacts in the north. We saw the western region get hit as well. So we have a responsibility to get ready. And for people out there who want to maybe consider this as a line of work, I encourage you to check out our jobs website and apply. It's really amazing what the wildfire fighters get to do. Plus, we're doing the review of this season so that we can learn the lessons in time for next year. And whether it's the communities who are hosting evacuees, communities that had to fight the fires on their own doorsteps, we're looking to learn the lessons so that we can improve going forward into the future.
We're almost out of time. Our question of the day today is, what's your favorite holiday song? Can you share with us what yours is?
Well, like we had these albums that you just play on repeat, like Boney M, Raffi, but the biggest one for me is probably Dolly Parton and Kenny Rogers.
Classic.
So I'll go with Christmas Without You from that album.
I like the hard candy one. Thank
That's
you
a
so
good one,
much
too.
for sharing this with us, and have a good day. Thank you.
You too.